A while ago, we put up a film about dedication, about becoming dedicated to your photography. Instead of just wanting to improve your photography, it would be a question: what would happen if you did become dedicated to it and you made a bit of a difference, you put in some effort? If you haven't seen that film and you're watching this film on YouTube or on my own website, there's a link to it right down below here in the text underneath the film. Go and check it out, you'll see what I was talking about. But since putting that film up, I've had a lot of messages saying I'm trying to make time and I haven't got time and I don't know what to do because I need to practice more and I haven't got time and no. But here's the thing, right? How do you try and make time? Time is an element. We all have the same amount of time. The thing is, you can't make time, you just use the time. And you cannot try and make time. Let me show you something. See this here pen? It's an interesting pen, that. I'm going to try and get hold of it. Right, here we go. I missed it. Bugger. Okay, let me try a little bit harder. I'm going to try this time and I've missed it again. It's crazy, isn't it? If you want to make time, just like if you want to get hold of the pen, you don't need to try and do it. You just do it. Now, I know that there are commitments that everybody has. I mean, people need to stay warm and dry. You know, there are houses and mortgages and cars to pay for and electricity bills. And if you have kids, they are a massive expense. And obviously, you're going to have to dedicate a large chunk of your time to getting in the money, the financial energy to maintain that. But we all have the same amount of time. Lorna has the same amount of time, I have the same amount of time, you have the same amount of time. It's a choice as to where you spend it. Now, this isn't true in photography, this is actually true in life in general. But just imagine what would happen if instead of watching TV and going, this is rubbish, you went out and played with your camera. What would happen if instead of complaining that you don't have enough time, you spent that time in fiddling with your camera? You don't have to go to some crazy exotic location to practice your photography. You can do it in the living room on a rainy day, you know? There are all sorts of images to be found virtually anywhere. In fact, an exercise I do on one of my workshops is I get people to stand in one place. You're not allowed to move, and you have to see how many images you can find in 5 minutes without moving. Everybody complains about that, and it's surprising what the results are. But this is what I mean. You can't make time because time is a finite amount. That's how much we have. But instead of complaining that you don't have time, use that time to get out there and practice. Play with your camera. Imagine what would happen if you did that. Imagine if you kind of made a little gap each week into your diary of time to go and practice. You can practice in the living room, you can practice in the kitchen, the garden, anywhere. If it's a rainy day and you're thinking, oh, I don't want to go out in the rain, well, go out in the rain, because there's going to be some interesting stuff you can do out in the rain. You're going to get a different look. Now, don't expect to get amazing sunny side-lit landscapes on a dull, cloudy, rainy day, because obviously it isn't going to happen. But you could be out shooting raindrops. You could be shooting leaves with beautiful, delicate little sort of pearls of water sitting on them. There are always opportunities everywhere. And if you're just starting out, there are techniques which you need to get your head around in order to understand what happens within the camera. Well, you can practice those anywhere. This is why I say living room, kitchen, rainy day. It's really important to get your head around what those techniques are, what you need to do to your camera in order to achieve a result. Don't get so hung up on taking an amazing image. Just learn how to use your camera. And make time. Don't try and make time, just make time, and it will make an enormous difference. I promise you. You will see your photography come on in leaps and bounds. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to be notified each time we upload one of our cool photography videos, or for more great photo tips, workshops and training, come and see us at our website, photographycourses.biz.